بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. One of the key things to success in acquiring knowledge is punctuality in class. If you're not punctual in class, then this is one of the most detrimental or the most things to success. Without attendance and without punctuality in attendance, it's very, very difficult to achieve a good quality of success. And if you see from the time of the Sahaba until this very day, those students who have excelled are those who have been very punctual in class and those who have given sacrifices to ensure that they are there on time. They are there in the presence of the teacher. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu used to say that people complain that Abu Hurairah, that Abu Hurairah, he narrates too many ahadith. Everything he says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said this, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said this. He said the reason for this is that there were other people as well, but they were busy. Some people had to go to the farms, some people had to go to look after the date trees and the date farms. Some of them had to go look after their businesses. So Abu Hurairah had nothing. I came in the year 7 Hijri at the time of Khaybar, and I stayed there for 4 years. But all I did was I just stayed in Sufa. And he said, Allah mil ala shib'i batnihi. I used to say for Rasulullah, just and have enough food to eat. That's it. Nothing else. And I used to stay for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I used to just listen to him day and night, Prophet teaching and his ta'aleem. That's why I have more hadith. So the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum, those who were more punctual, those who were always there, they would attend. They would get more knowledge. They would pass on more knowledge. There's a story regarding Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah, two of them. One of them is, he says that those people have acquired knowledge who have eaten basically like porridge. What does it mean? That for me, what I used to do, I used to just at night get some milk, put it in something, and after Fajr, before Fajr, just gulp it down and get to the masjid, Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, and be there for the beginning of the lesson. Never miss a lesson. And other people would, after Fajr, worry about breakfast and this and that, doing all of these things, and what happened? They would get late and miss out on the masail. So who are those other students? We don't even know their names. But we know Imam Abu, like, no lesson of Quduri, Hidayah, Shariqaya, Kanz, none lessons goes by without taking the name of Imam Abu Yusuf, rahmatullahi alayhi, rahimahullah, with dua upon him. Punctuality. There's another story, and again, these stories I mentioned before, is that we take lesson from them, we take the overall lesson. You don't try to implement every juz'iyah. So when you see the only person whose statements can be followed minwa'an exactly, and whose actions can be followed totally, is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Everybody else, when you see the ulama, don't try to follow that individual amal. Try to follow the principle. So if you see one scholar working very hard, you not necessarily try to do the exact same way of working hard. Let's take the principle from this, because sometimes it will not fit for you. You just take the big lesson. He worked very hard. He was very punctual. So Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah alayhi, he was in a dars Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, and somebody passed on a message to him saying, your son has passed away. What's happened? Your son has passed away. So he just sent a message saying, go ahead, just bury him, because I can't leave the lesson. Well, Imam Abu Hanifa will get expelled from the madrasa. There's no system of attendance, but I want to miss, if I miss a lesson, if I miss a mas'ala, I'm going to miss out on knowledge, and I will not get it back ever again. I can go and do dua or whatever later on. So he said, go ahead and you guys proceed with the janazah. I can't miss out on this lesson. So again, you don't, if somebody is a janazah in your family, etc., you can go attend. But the maqsood of this is not don't follow the exact story. Follow the principle. What's the principle? The underlying moral behind the story. That make sure you're punctual for class. You make sure you're punctual for class. And this is Imam Abu Yusuf. And then you go throughout history, you will see that. Here's Qali Sidisa rahmatullah alayhi, he's saying here that they used to have sabak fajr se qabl or baad fajr muttasilan asbaq padhane ka mera ma'mul hamesha se chala aa raha hai. He would teach students before fajr and immediately after fajr. So the students would be so dedicated and had so much zeal for knowledge, they'll be there before fajr. There's another story, it comes in Al-Muntakhabat, I can't remember the exact name of the story and the exact thing, but they wanted to study by a sheikh. A group of students wanted to study by a sheikh in a particular city. And that city had lots of ulama. Again, nowadays you have one madrasa. So one madrasa you have a timetable, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, lesson 5, and then the classes carry on. And you have a system, you don't have to worry about prioritizing. In those times when there was not a structured madrasa, you would have to go to different shuyukh and study. So they came to one sheikh and they said, we want to study by you. So he said, okay, come after this time because we have a lesson then. Come after Fajr. Okay, in the morning, we got that lesson. Before Fajr. So they were busy the whole time. So the only time that the teacher hardly said, well, come at night time or come before Fajr. So the students would come before Fajr to study by this person. They had lessons every day, before Fajr, after Fajr, before Zuhur, after Zuhur, before Asr, after Asr, before Maghrib, after Maghrib. The only one time that I was late, very early in the morning. They said, we're happy for that. And they would come and study. There's another, again, there's endless stories. There's one, that, like severe rain. There's one thing, Qadi Panipati Rahmatullah alayhi, I could be wrong on this one. That was severe. I know when you say severe rain, it doesn't mean, okay, we got roads. Severe rain means floods. It means you're going to have mud on the roads in those kind of countries where they don't have pavements. So he goes that one day it was raining so severe. Kaisa was always on time. Never miss a day. We thought today is impossible he can come on time. Impossible he get their lesson because there's floods, there's kichar, there's all mud and all over the place. He goes on time, he's there. So when you have teachers like this and students like this is when you are able to get something. If you're coming and going and missing some days, half listening, half not, then success is difficult if possible. If it's possible, very difficult. And then if it is successful, you will not get the highest level of success. You have to make sure that you have to be in it to win it. You have to be in it to win it. And you have to make sure that you are there in all circumstances. If you're not punctual, if you don't exert your effort to make sure that you're there in the class. So really, in the first years, even if you're a bit weak, but you're punctual, you'll get somewhere. And if you miss out, then what will happen? You'll not get there. And there's also one is the zahir, that you are there in class, you will understand. One is the barakah. When you're there in class, in front of the teacher, there's the barakah, the whole ma'hul. It's not that the teacher is so blessed, but it's the environment of the lesson, of the daras, the talab, the whole ma'hul, the whole environment is what? It's blessed. Do you understand? So if you have to inculcate this in our lives, we don't inculcate this, then we deprive of lots of barakah of knowledge.